that gun? Where the fuck is that? I totally forgot I did that. Oh my god, I found it! Welcome to From the Hard Drive. The following is a little bit serious. This photo was taken mere minutes after I thought I was gonna die. And I know that's a lot. I'm walking to a concert with a group of friends and someone pulls up in a white sedan and I just hear. I feel something bite my arm and I lay on the ground. On that night, I was one of the luckiest people in the world because those were paintballs. I didn't know what to say. And I'm a maker, so I tried to make, but I tried again, and I tried again. This time I planned to shoot. This time I built a bot that was gonna auto-respond to any politician who took money from the gun lobby. Twitter deleted my bot, and a bunch of other things happened that made me reconsider this whole thing. I thought this video was gonna be about changing someone's mind, but I learned that sometimes people feel a certain way because of something that happened to them, just like something happened to me. And even if I don't agree with them, that doesn't make them wrong, because that's what makes us human. Do you want to know what the hardest part about this whole story is? In that moment, I wasn't afraid, which is strange. Pretty much the only thing I remember from this incident, I'm sorry if I'm not going to make a lot of eye contact with the camera. I used to make a video every day, and talking to the camera about my emotions was like how I got through everything. But I've lost that a little bit, so I'm trying to get it back. I remember just like feeling like I got bit on the arm and like a lot of loud popping. And I just laid on the ground because I didn't know what else to do. For some reason, all of these memories are in black and white. I don't know why that is either. And I was laying there and I thought, what do I do now? Normally when you envision a scary, horrible moment in your head, you put yourself as the hero. You're like, I'm gonna call the police. I'm gonna jump, I'm gonna run, I'm gonna save, I'm gonna this, I'm gonna that. You never picture yourself the person. And so I'm laying on the ground and I'm just like, I don't know what to do. God, every day I am grateful that it was not a real bullet, because what the hell? My life would have changed completely forever. I don't know what would have happened. And I'm just so grateful that I was able to make it through that. And just so we're clear, I am not comparing myself to any sort of victim who has gone through something real like that, because that is truly so not okay. I hope that you are finding skills to get through those types of things. And I hope you're moving forward with your life in the best way you can, because that's the best thing you can do. Fear is something I think about a lot, because I'm not afraid of most like physical things. I'm not afraid of heights. All my life, I grew up rock climbing. I loved standing on the edge with no ropes on. For some reason, I just was into that. I'm not afraid of going really fast. I'm not really afraid of how other people are gonna see me or look at me, because I've been talking to the camera my whole life and that's really all I know. And I was at first, but it was something that I learned to grow through. So fear is something that I deal with in a much different way, in a more emotional way. I'm mostly afraid of emotions and how I feel. This is me. And we'll go into this another time. If you know what this means, cool. If not, cool. I'm afraid of the way I handle things. I'm afraid of the way I'm gonna react. I'm afraid of the way I'm gonna handle a situation, just because that's what I don't know. That's what I can't really control. I can't control the way something's gonna unfold, and that's hard. This film I'm pointing at my computer was so important to me for many reasons. Obviously, I got to tell this story, which is something that has lingered inside of me for so long. And you know, the parts of that video where I talk about how I actually was trying to make a video, that was the first movie I ever put my own money into. And it went nowhere. I bought like gear, I had a set, I had rented places to film, and it all fell through because it just wasn't the right time to tell that story. I was still a mess. I was afraid of how I was handling it. I didn't feel valid, and I was just scared that I had made a huge mistake. And that mistake wasn't like, oh, I shouldn't have gone to that concert that night, which I went to an MIA concert, and I don't mean this in a mean way. I'm sure she's a wonderful artist, but it was the worst concert I'd ever been to. Correlation? 100%. But I was thinking about bigger decisions. I had moved all the way across the country away from my family. I was really pushing myself in something that I wasn't 100% sure if I wanted to be doing, but I was just doing it because I felt like that was the right thing to do. I was a mess, and the timing just wasn't right to tell this story. So the reason I reached into my hard drive and I grabbed this story, because I finally got the courage to share it. And I put it in a film festival, and I talked about this in my first video. Like, sharing it was a huge deal for me, but I put it on my Instagram, which if you look at my Instagram, I publicly quit Instagram. So I really didn't get to share it. And this story has just lingered with me for so long, and it has burned a hole in my hard drives, not because I needed the courage to tell this story, not because I needed validation of being in a film festival. I just needed to make things again, and I just needed to post things again. I really, really love these two YouTubers, Colin and Samir. Their whole mantra is press publish. That's entirely what I'm about right now. I'm not thinking about anything other than the videos themselves and the fact they come out on Wednesdays. I don't care what's in them. I'm having the time of my life making content right now. The big learning that I talked about in that video was stories and feelings drive emotion. I was frustrated after that because I felt like it was my time to make a stand on guns. And I stand by that. I personally, opinion alert. So if you don't agree with me, that's totally fine. That's the point of this point. In the moment, I couldn't understand this, but my opinion, I thought was just right. And it's still my opinion, and I still feel the way I felt, and that is angry about guns. After a while, what I learned about this story is that this incident, this specific moment, this story is what drove my emotion. And I recognized that everyone else who feels the opposite of me, who feels differently about every political issue in the book than me, there's a reason that they feel that way. And that is okay, and that is valid. Sure, it stinks when people don't agree with you, but that's the world we live in. Everyone is different. That's the point. That's what makes talking to people interesting. That's what makes being friends with someone and sharing your life with someone interesting, because we're different and we get to learn about somebody else. Sometimes that really fucking sucks, and sometimes it's amazing, but that's actually the important point. That's all for today's video. Thank you so much for all the support. I'm working on something super exciting. I'm writing another book. It should be coming out soon. Part 2 of the camera series should also be coming out soon. We've just got projects on projects on projects going on over here. Thank you everyone for the kind messages. If there's anything I can ever do for you, I have a website. Please feel free to reach out. If it's I don't know, whatever it is. Look, I am immensely grateful to be back creating again. And I really, truly, in the past 3 weeks, have felt like myself again. And that's something that I needed. So thank you for watching this episode of From the Hard Drive. In the future, I might do this once a month or so. Don't regret who you are. Be yourself. Finish that heart. Follow your dreams. And I will see you in a video next Wednesday. Thank you.